what is happening to the prices of the properties. Hi, this is Rafael Cervera, broker of Amistad Real Estate. Previously, we sent you some information of what had been going on with the prices of the properties recently. Here, we're going to go in detail as to more in depth what has been happening over a longer period of time. And we're going to be concentrating in Florida, which is what all of you that are listening to me or that you engage with us are most interested in. What we're looking at on the screen over here is the information put forth by the Federal Reserve Bank. This is the main bank of the United States, and this is the Federal Reserve economic data, and they're from the Bank of St. Louis. Okay, so what has happened? We started looking at our graph at in 1980, and we're going to be looking all the way up to July 2022. Okay, so in 1980, if you purchase a property in the first quarter of 1980 for $100,000, what happened to those values as time progressed? Well, the United States will find that every 10 years, property goes up 50%. Okay, and we're going to be looking at what the way that that it has played out over here. Okay, and many times we have gone up and above. Now in 1980, the economy in Miami, okay, was kind of depressed from the Mariel boat lift, where all this immigration came basically overnight from Cuba. So let's take a look at this. 1980, a property that will cost you $100,000. If you keep going, and oh, by the way, these gray areas, these are recessions. This is a recession of 1981. Okay, this is a recession of the 90s, 91. This is a recession of 2001. And as you see, recessions tend to happen every 10 years also. Okay, now here we got in the recession of 2009, a little bit premature. Okay, but this is when all the banks had all these foreclosures, and this was triggered not by a normal economic cycle, but by the fact that banks had been lending to people that really had no business getting money for a property. And that's what caused the big crash. So anyway, going forward into the first quarter of 1990, and we see that the property that was costing $100,000 now is costing 153. That's what the value is. It has gone up 50%. If we go forward to 2000, we see that in the first quarter of 2000, the property is costing $200,000. All right. Now, so people say, well, yeah, that's very nice, but the properties tend to go down and go down quite a bit. Yes, here it went down from the peak of the market. It went down from 480 all the way down to 265. However, if you look that in 2000, it was costing Thousand. It was costing $200,000 in 10 years. The first quarter of 2000, it was up to almost $300,000. So it did go up $100,000, even though the market was in the tailspin. Going forward 10 more years, and now we're going to go to 2022. So again, here we are looking at, where are we? At 300,000, and in 2020, it is up to $486,000. Okay, so if you had purchased your property in 1990, you would have paid 153, say $150,000. 30 years later, your property is worth $486,000. Now, for those that say, no, it's better to rent. Well, analyze this. If you had been renting, okay, what will happen is that after you rented for 30 years, what will happen on the 30 years and 1 month, you will have a rental payment that was much above what you were paying at the beginning here. If you purchase, not only after that 30 years, you were home free, no more payments at all, but now you had in your pocket almost $500,000. Okay, if you had been renting, you don't have a penny. So this way, over the years, you not only increase here from 150, it increased like 4 times, about 3.5 times. But then you have no more payments. Now, if you had not sold and you kept your property until today, you see that the property, your value today will be $668,000 with the same property that you paid $150,000. Okay, so definitely it is always a better deal to purchase a property. And you go and you know that no matter what you do, in 10 years, if history and this statistics go the same way all the way back to 1960. So in the past 60 years, we have seen the complete appreciation. And if history predicts the future, we find that the property will keep going up in value, no matter what happens, about 50% in 10 years. Now, mind you, we are looking here at Florida. We are not looking at Miami. If you're looking at Miami, Miami's numbers are even better because Miami is the #1 city in appreciation in the country today in January or February of 2023. Okay, so I hope this gives you food for thought and you consider what is going to be happening. Should you keep renting or should you buy? This is Rafael Cervera, broker for Amistad Real Estate. Thank you for listening to us.